Okay, all right, guys, welcome to the Dream Team Zoom. It is Monday, November 23rd. It is Thanksgiving week. So we have a short week up front before the holiday to really push. And if you weren't on the power plan last night, it is on the YouTube channel, and I would encourage you to go back and watch that, because we talked a lot about the selling cycle during a holiday and the attention cycle for marketing during a holiday. So if you missed last night's power planning, it is available on YouTube, and it's still Monday, so you have plenty of time to still get something going for all the things we talked about. So we really don't have any like housekeeping-ish stuff to go over. So for those of you just hopping on, and I'll say this too, because I didn't say it before I hit the record button. Tonight's topic is about being an upline and having an upline. And I truly don't have notes or anything dedicated to this. I just have received some messages that were kind of concerning about some issues people were having with uplines. And I thought, what better place to tackle this would be right here with the team on a Monday night. So kind of to recap my personal take on uplines. My philosophy on an upline is you always want to be the upline that you wish you had. But I also think you need to fire your upline completely, even if they are the best, most amazing. It could be your best friend. I don't know, maybe you signed up under your best friend. Fire them as your upline, because what happens in network marketing, there is some responsibility, obviously, of an upline, that when somebody signs up under me, I do feel responsible for them, as far as I want to make sure I'm getting them information, I'm showing them where to find information. But I know that I have to run my business and they have to run theirs. A lot of people come from the world of employment, where you have a boss that has a boss that has a boss that has a boss, right? That's not what an upline is. That's not at all how network marketing is set up. Your upline is not your boss. I am not your boss. Be glad, because I'd probably be a bad one. I am not your boss. The only person that's your boss in this business is you. So to give you some background why we're having this conversation, there were some people who felt like they were being misled by their upline in an effort for the upline to advance their business, even though it might have harmed the downline's business. And so instead of talking to the upline, they actually came to me and they wanted to talk about it, which is fine. I always am so willing to talk with people and work things through. But my first instinct was, hey, great, this will be what we talk about this week with the team, because I think it's important that we all talk about this. But my first instinct or response to someone when they're unhappy with an upline is, first of all, whatever that upline is doing that you are not happy with, or you feel is sketchy or whatever, they're not your boss. They are your business partner in a sense. So we're all adults here. And I would encourage people to not confront like in a mean way, but I would encourage to have that conversation. Hey, I really feel like recently there's been some information that's been shared. It's been incorrect on your part. And I don't know if you know you're giving incorrect information, or if you're giving incorrect information on purpose, but there's this uneasy feeling because I feel like we're being misled, right? I know that's not an easy conversation. I totally get it. And that's why we're doing this as a team. We're having this whole thing tonight as a team. But in those moments, the best thing you can do for yourself and for your business is become your own upline. Run your business. So my immediate advice to this particular person that I was speaking with was, hey, if you feel like people on your downline are jumping ship or feeling uneasy because of an upline that you have, it's your responsibility to be their upline. Start your own group chats. Now, I'm not going to encourage people to have their own team pages right off the bat, because that can get overwhelming for people, but you can easily go into Messenger and have a group chat. You can put everyone in your downline. If it's you and one person or you and 12 people, you can easily have a group chat. And that's where you can start to develop your team culture, your team philosophy. And if you feel like somebody that's above you in the line, not above you in life, but above you in the line, is doing something wrong, that's your chance to make sure you're doing the right thing or you're sharing the right thing. Now, I will tell you, because I am an upline to a lot of people, it's not always the easiest job. I don't always have the answers. You guys have been on my lives before where I'm like, let's break down this promo. And I'm in the middle of breaking it down. And I'm like, oh, wait, I don't know if that's right. Hang on. I might have told you wrong. So sometimes I think uplines just are human and they make mistakes. So that's why I want to encourage anyone who's maybe having an issue with someone on their team. We're all human here. We're all doing this as like a side gig. And so maybe somebody got confused. Maybe somebody truly didn't know. But now upline to upline, you have to know in your heart, in business, yes, I know it's business. It's all business. But there is a thing called integrity. And if something is going on your team where you are misleading or you're guiding a promo in a certain direction so that it benefits you more than your team, that will 110,000% come back to bite someone in the ass. A lot of you that are newer, because I feel like we have quite a bit of a new team here, you don't even know my life history with having uplines. I am no longer connected to my direct upline in any way, shape, or form. I would just and this is going on YouTube, so this is all real. This is all the honest truth. She and her family and anyone connected to her are literally blocked from my life in every way, shape, or form that I can figure out a way to block them. Okay. So having an upline, good or bad, is not going to determine where you're going in this business. If you allow that to determine where you go in business, you are going into that mentality of you have a boss, and you don't have an outside boss. The only boss you have is right there. Like, not me, but you. I'm not your boss again. So I want you to think about that. When you are leading your team, whether it's one person or 30 or 100, always represent yourself and your team as honest as possible with as much integrity as possible. I will be the first person to admit I'm not perfect. And if I screw something up, I will tell you. I try really hard to get the right information to share with you, but you guys have seen some of those promos. Sometimes I'm not sure they're in English. Sometimes I don't understand the new words they're using. And so I will try to make sure I have it correct. You will not ever see me try to steer you to do something just for my benefit, because that is not the upline that I would want. And so that's not the upline that I am. So I want you to think really hard today, tonight, in this time that we have together. If you've had any kind of struggle with your direct upline or an upline that's up in the line, wherever they're falling, because the team has so many legs and they break off in so many directions, my first word of advice is to contact that person directly. You're both adults. You're at least 18 or older if you're selling for Thrive or for Lavelle, because you have to be to sign that contract. So, I mean, maybe you're 22. I don't know, but you're all adults, right? So you can have a conversation. I would also like to say lead with compassion. It's very possible if you felt you were being led incorrectly, that maybe you were, but maybe not on purpose. Maybe the person who was giving the information didn't know that they were doing it wrong. And if you flat out feel that you were being led purposefully in the wrong direction, then that is definitely a conversation that you want to have. But I want you to know that that's life. That's not Lavelle. That's not Thrive. That's just life. If there is one thing owning your own business is going to teach you, it is going to be to stand up for yourself. And we are all going to deal with things differently. Like, some of us are just born ready to stand up for ourselves, and some of us need a little more help in the process. But I would tell you not to assume anything. I would tell you to have a conversation, upline to upline. Now, in my case, when I had the conversation upline to upline and everything was laid out in front of me and I knew exactly what was going on, that's when you make your decision. That's when you make your choice. I had a choice. I could either keep connected to someone who I didn't want anything to do with, and I didn't want my name anywhere near them, and I could quit. Like, I literally could have quit, could have walked away. Or I could have just said, you know what? I don't care what that person's doing. That's their business. This is my business, and I'm going to run my business the way I think it should be run. So I want to encourage you guys. We've talked about, it's weird. We've talked so much about leadership lately. I don't know. It's just like in the air. It's in the wind. Like, for whatever reason, I just had a whole Zoom with Susan on Friday about leadership, about being a leader. And for some reason, it's still coming up today. So I really wanted to dive into this. I will encourage you when we get off of here. I don't care if you have one person in your downline or 350. Well, if you have 350, you probably have a team page. But whatever it is, I want you to start a group chat. That is it's your business, and these are your people. I'm fortunate enough that everyone on this Zoom that has people in their circle, I get to be a part of that circle. right? I get to be a part of that. But like, I'm not a part of the people on Lindsay's or Susan's circle. That's their circle. So you have to feel the same way about your people. Like, that's your circle, that's your downline, and they're going to bring in people. And so you want to start the lines of communication, the lines of training. Yes, can it be redundant sometimes? Because I think you're probably going to be like, well, I don't want to do a group chat because this person's already in 2 team pages and I don't want to overwhelm them. Shocker, a lot of people drop out of team pages. A lot of people don't check Facebook for team pages. If you have people, obviously you guys are here, you're active promoters. As always, I talk to you as the business builders that you are, but a lot of people aren't business builders, and you might see them drop off of a team page, or you might just assume that because they're in there that they're checking it. Never assume. They may not even know what, maybe they're in Dream Team and they're like, I don't know what this is even for. I don't know who this Tammy girl is. I don't know why I'm in here. Maybe they, left the group a long time ago. You won't get a notification when they leave. So you just won't. But if you have a group chat with your direct people, then you know that they are getting information from you. When they drop out of a group chat, you will see their name. It will say, April dropped out of the group chat. And then you'll be able like, red flag. I need to get a hold of April and be like, hey man, what's going on? Is like, because I don't know, maybe she dropped out on accident. Maybe she's decided she doesn't want to thrive anymore. Maybe I don't know. We don't know, but you actually will get a notification of that. And I think a group chat is a great way to communicate with your team until you reach a certain point, and you'll know when you get to that point, because we'll have that conversation about you having a team page. But again, as an upline, make sure you are always sharing information as accurately as possible. I think one of the hardest things, maybe it's just me, but being an upline is just admitting that you're human and that you do screw up sometimes and that you don't know all the answers. So I would encourage you right now to be very upfront with everyone on your team, new or old or however, just you're doing your best. And then if there is an issue with an upline or a downline, you guys can have a conversation about it. I just don't feel like, I don't want to be like scolding people because honestly, when it comes down to he said, she said, I don't want anything to do with that, because that's not how I run my business. So that's why I'm saying, if you're having a problem, have a conversation. If you're just not happy with maybe the way an upline is running something, that's okay. You don't I'm not everyone's cup of tea, right? Like I'm not, and Lindsay's probably not, and maybe Susan's not, or however, like maybe people communicate differently. You don't have to be a part of all that. You can have your own downline group chat, however, whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to encourage you to stay in contact with your people. Maybe I put up on Dream Team that we're having a team Zoom tonight. Throw it in your chat. There's nothing wrong. If they are getting that twice, that just seals the deal that they know there's a chat tonight. If they're not in the team page, now they know there's a chat tonight. And now they know it's important to you as an upline, that it's important enough that you're sharing the chat with them, right? I would encourage you also as an upline to make sure that while you're building your business, you focus on your downline building their business to the best of their abilities and for their benefit. I honestly feel like it's really hard, or I just don't know how to do it, I guess, to steer. I would not know how to come to you guys and steer your purchases or your sales to benefit me in any other way than the fact that there's commission involved. So if you feel like someone's pushing you to spend money that you don't have, or pushing you to order something that you don't need, you're an adult. Tell them no. I don't, again, I feel like I think this is such an odd conversation to be having, but we're having it. So here we are. So if at any time you feel like you're not comfortable, or you're being pushed, or you're being steered incorrectly, it's okay to say no. Like, it's okay. Like, this is not your boss. This is your business. I mean, if somebody came to me right now and told me I had to change prices at Fitness for You, and I had to change my hours, and I had to buy a piece of equipment I couldn't afford, we wouldn't even have the conversation. I would have already pushed them out the door. So protect your business in the exact same way. Don't ever look back and be like, my Thrive business sucked because my upline sucked, or my Thrive business was awful. It cost me more money than I made because they made me buy stuff. Ain't nobody making anybody buy stuff around here. Nobody. And you guys, even on an auto bonus, you don't have to buy a car. That's totally by choice. You still get a bonus whether you buy one or not, right? So it's all based on your choice. So I just want you to make sure that you are digging deep and remembering that you are a business owner. So if someone is guiding you and it doesn't feel right, say something. If someone continues to guide you and it continues to not feel right, you don't have to listen. You don't have to be a part of that. You can start your own stuff, okay? So I don't know. Is this as awkward for all of you as it is for me? Are any of you feeling this? I mean, oh, good. Someone asked a question. I often send the link or graphic first and tell them to watch or check it out and then let them know if they have questions. You mean like in a group chat or something, Dawn? Like yeah. And I think that's good because, here's the thing too. Like, I knew Shantae, but then Dawn came along and then Dawn's line started growing and there were all these people. I don't totally know their names, or I don't totally know how everyone's connected sometimes. And if they don't continually show up to Zoom or they don't talk back and forth on Facebook, then I get confused. And so it's very possible that I've missed telling someone something. So you have to remember that I try to teach. Yes, yeah, exactly. All I can do is tell you what I know and pass it down. And then it's up to you guys to pass it on. So if you feel like your teams aren't showing up for Zooms, maybe they don't know about them, or maybe they don't know what's important, or maybe they don't want to listen to me. How about you have your own Zoom? Maybe your team just wants to hear from you. They know you, they like you, they signed up under you, right? If your team is not coming to like corporate calls and corporate, like the trainings that we had on Saturdays, maybe they don't know about it. Maybe it got shared in Dream Team and they stopped following Dream Team a long time ago. I don't know. All I know is that if you want to build a really strong team, it's up to you to do the communicating. I try my hardest to build our team really strong by communicating as much as possible. But again, I don't know who all's in the Dream Team page. I don't know. Is everyone in there? I have no idea. So anyway, does anybody have questions or comments or concerns? Sandra, are you trying to unmute? Oh no, you turned your picture back off. I'm sorry. I thought you were trying to hop on here with us. I see you waving. Okay, I didn't know. I saw your finger go up, so I thought you were trying to unmute your phone. All right. So I don't know. I feel like a grandma. I feel like I lectured everybody, and I don't know if that was appropriate or not, but but when I get messages and people are concerned about something, I just feel like we should all talk about it together. So I guess I would say when you feel that moment where you're like, this doesn't feel right. I'm starting to not trust this person. I think they're guiding if you have the moment you're like, I'm going to tell Tammy, just know I'm going to say to you, have you talked to this person yet? And I know it's awkward. And so maybe you haven't. And then I'm going to say to you, okay, if you truly feel uncomfortable, my advice to you is to start your own chat. My advice to you is to start your own Zoom. My advice to you is to do your own whatever. This was good info. You do a good. Thank you, Sonia. Can you tell I'm like totally sweating? Like we had a conversation. Edie's on here. I can't see her, but I know you're on here. And there was a graphic was needed. And I said something about making a graphic and Edie was like, oh, I'm no good at that. And I was like, you know what? That's why you got to practice. That's exactly why you got to practice them, because the more your business grows, the more you're going to need that stuff. I am more than willing, if I have time, to help someone do something. But if I'm helping you like the 5th and 6th time, just because it's easy to ask me to do it, that it's like, it's the bird. Like we're going to push you out of the nest. We're going to make you fly. I sucked at graphics when I first started. I didn't even know, you guys, when I first got like a smartphone, whatever these things are technically called, I didn't understand like apps. I was like, what do you mean an app? Like, do you call it? Like, how does it? I had no idea. And now I'm pretty damn good with those apps because why? I sat down and practiced them. Courtney, sometimes I feel like all I do is just update everyone about things I know. They are busy and have their own lives, but I would really like to make things more personal. Okay, yeah, let's talk about that. Same, Courtney. I only have a group chat now. I strayed away from FB group, but I feel like I should start one because then I can be live and chat. Story swag is the bomb, app-wise. I'm enjoying having my own group chat. I've been utilizing a lot more lately, sharing trainings and promos in a place. Okay, yeah. So here's the thing. And again, I'm not your boss. My promoters are glorified customers. Oh, I'm so glad we're talking because these are all good points. Okay, I'm not your boss. I will tell you that at one time, there was some sort of rule. I forget who told us or where it came from. And the people who've been around a while will remember this, that you had to be 200K to have your own team page. And then suddenly it was like, well, you're 40K, but you're an orphan, so you really should probably have your own team page. And then before I knew it, it was like, oh, from 12K on, you should have your own team page. So I'm not going to tell you what you can and can't do. What I will ask you to do is, if you do want to create your own team page, make sure you put your upline in the team page, because you're going to need help. On occasion, you're going to type something that is going to be wrong, and you're going to need somebody to be like, hey, go edit that, take that down. Or, you're going to need help. I've done this forever. Susan and Lindsay are in my group, and what do they do every now and then? Like, hey, Tammy, I think that's wrong. I think you have to have 2 customers, not 3, or, whatever the heck I screwed up on. So if you want to have a team page, I am all for it. Again, I don't know where the rule comes from. I just think you want to make sure that it's monitored, that you have some help with it, because it can become overwhelming. I think it's good to update your team on, update on a new product's coming out, or update on this. But just like how we do in the Vibin' and Thrivin' customer page, get to know your team. Ask your team questions. Okay, of all my team, who on here, what's your favorite plus line product? Find out from your team who uses what. Because why? Because A, everyone wants to talk about it. B, everyone will learn from it. And then C, if you need help or someone's asking about that product, you know right away who to go to. So treat your team page. It's a family. It's a group. That's why I love our Zooms. I love to get to see your faces, either live or in the little picture. I love to get to hear from you. I love when people unmute and talk. I love when people share. I don't want to be the only person that's talking all the time, because I'm limited in my intelligence on some things, and you guys are way better on some stuff. Danielle said, I'm enjoying having my own chat, using a lot. Yeah, so she's sharing trainings and promos. Okay, right there. Promos, you might be sharing a promo from corporate where you're just, like Courtney said, passing on information. Or newsflash, it's your team. You can have your own promo. Maybe you took advantage of buy one, get one, and you have some extra DFT laying around. You can have a promo. The nice thing about having your own group chat or your own team page, whichever one you choose, when you go to announce it, that's the right group of people. Like before I had my team page, if I wanted to tell my team about a promo, I was going to have to privately message a bunch of people, because if I put it on Lindsay's team page, well, then the Lindsay's team's going to see it and think I'm offering it to them, right? So there's a lot of advantages to being connected to that. And Sonia said, as you know, my promoters are glorified customers. I usually don't share much. I know you don't share much, but when you do, you get responses from people. And I also think that you could be missing the boat because you already have their attention. So that would be something where I would be sharing new products when they come out. I would be sharing shake recipes. You could literally take whatever pops up in Vibin' and Thrivin' and copy paste it and share it to that group chat. Because again, just because somebody's in Vibin' and Thrivin' doesn't mean they're going to see it for sure, but they might see it in Messenger, because people will give a text message or an email or a message more priority than scrolling through Facebook. So again, just build that community with them by being a source of information for them. Edie, I thought it was guidelines to be at least 40K. Yeah, it used to be 200. It was 40. The last person who told me the 12K and up was Brittany Williams. She has everyone on her team the second they hit 12K and up to do a group page. It's just, I don't know. I don't think anyone's going to be shutting you down anytime soon. But again, you do want to have at least 1 or 2 uplines in there with you until you get up and running, so that you can, they'll make sure everything is compliant and everything is happening properly. Sandra says, you, Susan, and Lindsay are all in mine. Yeah, exactly. Danielle, yes, I've done personal team promos. Yeah, okay, good. Okay. Did I miss anybody? Oh, Courtney, yeah. Courtney, I agree. You could totally start one, because if you want to have the opportunity to do lives or things like that, where they might be more interactive with you, then yeah, I think a group, or is it a group? No, a page. Is it a group? What am I trying to say? They're groups. Yeah, it's a group page on Facebook. That would be, kind of like Vibin' and Thrivin', where you could ask questions, you can make posts, you can do lives, all that kind of stuff. Shantae, I do lives on my team FB page. Yeah. So I don't know. I just want to empower you guys. I don't want you waiting around for someone to say, okay, you've done good enough. Now you can have a team. No, the day you signed up, you could have a team. You can start a team. That's the whole purpose of VIP 800. We want you to hit the ground with 2 promoters and 2 customers right out the bat. We want you to start your team right out the bat, because then those 2 promoters can go get 2 customers and 2 promoters, and your customers can go get customers. And then before you know it, you have this big kajumble of people. So I just want you guys to all know that you're in business. I cannot say this enough. This is your business. Run it the way you feel it should be run. I would encourage you to make sure you're always doing it with integrity and leading people as accurately as possible for their benefit. Because, and again, like I said, I'm not really sure how to do it, but to me, the best thing about Lavelle, the way it's set up, if I want to succeed, I have to help all of you succeed. That's just all there is to it. If I want to hit a different rank, I have to get all you on here to hit a different rank. I didn't hit 40K till I had a couple 12Ks under me. I didn't hit 80K till I had a couple 40Ks under me, right? So I have to keep helping you get better. So that is what I try to do with our team page. I try to run my own business, and then I try to get on my team page and be helpful for you guys. So again, I don't know. I hope this was good. It's recorded. I will probably never watch it again because it was so awkward, but but for all of you with teams, and for any of you with troubles and you're worried about your team, if you feel like people are dropping off because they're unhappy with something and it's not something you've done, it's something someone else has done higher up, reach out to that person and say, hey, you know what? I'm starting my own team page or my own group chat or whatever the heck it is you're going to do. I know you've been unhappy because of XYZ, and I want you to know I'm going to clean all that up. This is how I plan on running my team page or my whatever. Okay. Sound good? Oh, I had a team page and then stopped. Is that new? Yeah. But because I had to rebuild all over, and I also think it helps keep accountability. Yes, I do. You know, and you're probably right. Like, I really couldn't disappear if I wanted to, because I've already told you guys to be here every Monday night. So I have to be here every Monday night, right? You're already expecting these things. So you're my built-in accountability group, whether I ever called you that or not. So if you need that, then yeah, totally be it. And really you are somewhat like, here's my thing. I'm accountable to you to help you. I'm not here to run your business. I will not run your business for you. I just won't. I got too many other businesses to run. Nor do you want me to run your business. Like, this is your business. I will help you. I will guide you. I will mentor you. I will make suggestions. I will talk on the phone. I'll do all the things, but I will not run it for you. And I don't want anyone running mine. So if I had an upline trying to come in and run my business, none of you guys wouldn't like that, right? If somebody came in and tried to run your business for you. So make sure when you're leading that you're leading from example of how you're doing your business, so that people can learn from what you're actually doing versus what you're telling them to do. So yeah, I encourage my team to post and go live and dream catchers to others. Yes, exactly. What is it? Edify, like edify the other leaders on your team. Like, I mean, so case in point, Samantha, like if I said to you guys, hey guys, special guest tonight for Dream Team, Samantha's going to be your speaker, you know, there'd be like double the people on here, because they're like, oh, we haven't heard Sam talk in a while. We always like to learn, you know, from other leaders. So when you have people on your team, they have something to offer. Let them share it also. Like, highlight them. Let, you know, and honestly, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, Dream Team is our team page. If you have something you want to share, like Edie shared a tip the other day. I loved that. Thank you. Lisa Cook has been doing some things in the back, and she's almost ready to share it with the team. And I'm like, yes, share this stuff. The more we fill each other's cup, the better we're going to be. You cannot grow in this business alone. So use your team page, enjoy the team page, make it all about us and growing. And just, I cannot encourage you enough. Make sure you are leading your team with integrity. So I think I've said that enough. Okay. Are we good? All right. Happy Monday. It was lovely seeing you all. Please make sure you are hitting your Facebook, I almost called it Target. What is it? Instagram. I have a lot in my brain right now. Make sure you're hitting it hard Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You got to make sure you upload your social media, front load your social media with a bunch of good content, because people are going to be home this week. People are going to be sitting around Thursday. They're going to be eating turkey, watching a parade. I guess, is the parade happening? I don't know. Anyway, you want to make sure they have a lot of food for thought waiting for them. What you post on Thursday may not get circulated as much because it will be getting covered up with people's turkey pictures and family pictures and all that stuff. So make sure you're front loading your social media now with good, thought-provoking thrive post, motivational post, something funny, whatever it is, like you'll know you have a good post when a week or so later, it's still getting likes and comments on it. That's a good post. Okay. So anyway, if you need me, I'm here. I'll talk to you later. Bye.